So I thought I'd give an updated nail polish organization and storage video. This is my vanity area in the bedroom. I saw that lots of other people on YouTube had a very similar setup with this exact table and this storage thing from IKEA, and it does seem to work really well, so I went out and got it, and it wasn't too expensive compared to like some other options, so that's what I ended up going with. I keep my swatches and my manicure stuff right here. These are all my swatch fans. This is almost everything I need for a basic manicure, and usually I do it at night, and my boyfriend will usually be sleeping, so I'll actually just take this entire thing out to the living room. And then I keep my polishes in here and my nail art stuff in here. So here is all my nail art stuff, my canes and little gemstones and things, and I think striping tape I've got in that guy over there. Just, you know, the stamping plates and stampers and stuff, and little extras. And then in here I've got my extra top coats and base coats that I'm not currently using. I don't know, just a lot of, I guess I have a lot of top coats and base coats. An extra remover. Then start with the actual polishes. In here I have OPI and China Glaze. In the back here I have some Nicole by OPI. And here I have pretty much most of everything else. These drawers hold a surprising amount. You can't really store stuff way in the back because you can't really get to it, but there's a lot of polish in here, so it's a pretty awesome thing. There's Essie. Here I've got some full colors, Sally Hansen, and other things just sort of randomly in here. Things that I don't have enough of to really make a big clump. I think those are the Revlon nail art, kind of those flakies, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So here I have some more organizational things, and then just extra polishes that didn't fit in there because that drawer is full. There are actually some polishes that don't fit in the short drawers. You see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 short ones, and 1, 2, 3, 4 slightly taller ones. So some of them I had to keep in the longer drawers, like these really tall Sally Hansen guys, and Sephora by OPI, I think it's called. These ones are a bit tall, so they don't really, they don't go well in the shorter drawers. And there's some candle stuff, and I have candle stuff and other random stuff down there. I'll show you more about my actual swatches. So people were asking before, I had another video where I explained like nail swatch comparisons, and I had a few people asking me sort of how I keep them. So I just keep them in these glass, I think they were candle holders, but I keep just, they're still in the fans. You can see here's my pink fan. I just stick it right in there. And these hold quite a lot. I think there's probably close to 200 swatches here. And then in this one I keep kind of my browns and neutrals. I used to have like all the really colorful ones in here, but it became too full to fit them all, so I had to move this one over. And I've got my biggest fan. My biggest fan is this one here with the kind of the glitters. I gotta restart this video so it'll be in focus. But anyway, this one's got the glitters. And then I used to also keep, or I guess I still have, in here I have sort of the blank ones. And there's only a few left, so I actually ordered some more, and I'll do an unboxing as well. So another thing that I keep in here is I always just keep a pen in here so that when I come home and I've got whatever new polish I've just hauled, I can just whip out these ones that have the tape on it already and immediately just label it and paint my swatch and let it dry, and I'm good to go. I actually do have a couple of new ones. Let me go get them. So these two I got just recently and I haven't swatched them yet. They're hard candy. This one is black tie optional, and the label isn't on this one, but I believe it's called Party something Party. So they're both glitters basically. But let's unbox the new ones. Hopefully you can see okay. I think I pointed the camera to this general area. So this is how it came. What happened was my employer gave me a gift card to Amazon.ca for my 5-year anniversary with the company, and so one of the things that I ordered was some more fans, and I was surprised actually that I found them on Amazon.ca, but I did, and I'll put the link below. But it came just like this. I already tore my address off, and it's from China. I think almost like everywhere you're going to find it, it's going to be from China. It didn't take very long at all though. I was really impressed. And it came with this weird, I have no idea what this is actually. Some kind of strange keychain thing. Whee! Maybe it's a hair thing. I don't know. So, and I ordered 4 of them, so each fan is like 50. So in this bag, this is one fan of 50, and I ordered 4 of them, so like a total of 200 swatches. But I mentioned in my other video how when you get them, they're just kind of all jumbled and not assembled. So you can see what I mean here, that like they're just loose in a bag, like they're not in a fan at all, and you have to actually put them on the bolt and put them all together. So it's just as well. I think I might put them on the bolt and then put the tape on. Originally when I started like getting my own bolts, oh yeah, that's another thing I keep in here. I keep like my different lengths of bolts and stuff for like if I have a smaller fan, like this one's a pretty small one, so I use a small bolt in there just so it doesn't hang way out. And then for my really large fans, you can see I use the longer one. When I first got them, I used to not like to have the fan be very big because I wanted to be able to line them all up so that they weren't all like this. But now I actually don't care if they do this because it fits nicer in the cup anyway. So I actually don't mind the longer ones. Now I just put the appropriate length for whatever grouping I have. So at some point I'll probably break up this glitter fan into like, you know, colored glitters or big glitters and little glitters, or I don't know what yet, but at some point I'll break it down. But if I have like, you know, if I suddenly get a whole bunch of blues, I'll just make the blue fan really big, and as long as it still fits in the cup, that's good enough for me. And I keep like extra bolts and stuff in here too. But anyway, so when you get a pack, it's just basically all loose, and you have to, it comes with a bolt and a nut. Did I say that before? A bolt and a nut. Right? Yeah, bolt, nut. Yeah. I can never remember that. This isn't bad. The one I got from the hardware store is kind of a better quality, but you could probably get away with just using this. The only downside is, like, if you want it, you know, there's 50 of them here, and if you want half to be red and half blue and 2 on different fans, then you need more of these, whatever length they are. You'd still need another one, so you may have to go and buy the bolt and nuts anyway. But it's a bit of a pain to have to like find the orientation of the nail, like it's curved like this, and so I want it on like that, and then the next one I want to make sure they're all facing the same way, so I have to check and like, yeah, it's like that, okay, etc. And then I'll just do maybe a couple of these with the tape so you guys can see. So I just grabbed my roll of thin masking tape. I think this one, I have two rolls. One of them's kind of a higher quality and like a really white color, and the other one's kind of a yellowy one, and the yellowy one was just called masking tape, and this one was called like artist's tape or something like that, and it was like a couple dollars more. But so I'm just using up the higher quality one because I like it, and it's going to match all the other ones that I have. So that's the same tape there. So what I do is take one of these, I find the end of my tape here, there it is, and I just do like a very rough measurement. They're not all the same exact length or anything. Very rough measurement, and I put my thumbnail right there, and I just tear it, and then kind of center it and then rub it on there really well, just so the adhesive really gets stuck on there. And then voila! So what I'll do is I'll probably go through all of the 200 of these that I bought, and I'll put the tape on it just so that when I buy nail polish and bring it home, I don't have to do this. I can just pull one of these out, pull out my pen, and away I go. And then after they dry, I sort of hold my different fans up. Like say it's sort of a coral color and I can't figure out whether or not I actually want it to be on this fan or like on the pink fan. I'll just kind of hold it up, and then if I decide, okay, I want it here, so I'll sort of put these down, and I will unscrew the little bolt there just with my fingers. It doesn't go tight enough that you need a tool or anything. And I hold all these together in a bunch, and I just slide them all off in a big group like that. And usually I can manage to hold on to it and then do the rest with my other hand. And then just slide the new one on there, slide these back on, and then bolt it back on. This one's not painted, so I don't want to leave it on there. The only thing that I've noticed that I don't really like, which probably has a solution, although I don't know what that is yet, I've noticed that the bolts, sorry, not the bolts, the nuts, the thing that I'm screwing on here on the back, you can think of it like the back of an earring, this little thing, it tends to slowly loosen over time. So like anytime I'm handling the fans, or even if I'm not, even if it's just sitting in the little cup, if I pull it out, sometimes it'll be like slowly coming off a little bit and I'll have to retighten it. So generally speaking, like every time I pick up one of my fans, I just sort of absent-mindedly tighten the nut. I think there are nuts out there that have like some kind of material in it to keep it from slowly loosening on its own. They're probably a little bit more expensive, but I might spring for some of those at some point if it ends up annoying me. Right now I've just sort of accepted it, and I kind of just do it absent-mindedly, and I don't mind it too much, but that's really the only downside. It's still by far my favorite way. Like I used to do it a bunch of other ways, and this has been my favorite way, and so I'm really happy with it. I'm sticking with that. I always keep the writing going in the same direction so I can read them all like this. And the only other thing, I don't really keep track in a spreadsheet anymore. I find that while it would be helpful to sort of look it up in the store, I'd usually rather have the actual swatches with me anyway. So I just take the swatches to the store instead of looking up a spreadsheet on my phone. And because the actual brand and the name of the color is written right on the swatch, I don't need to refer to the spreadsheet either. So I've just sort of been doing it like that. It's a little less organized, I guess, but it's a lot more user-friendly. So that's the way that I've been doing it.